This is me, and today, every room I escape, Minecraft gets harder. Will I be able to escape? Watch till the end to find out. And so, here I was, yet again, stuck in a bedrock box. The only thing I saw right now was a sign saying LOL. I decided to break it and decided to look around. I went in F5 mode and then I realized that there was a chest above me, but I was obstructed by a bedrock box, so I couldn't get it. I started looking around in the floor because every single one was made out of cauldron. Or so I thought. You see, while I was going through the floor, I realized that one of the texture was a bit different, and that was because it was a hopper. So I right clicked it, and when I did, I saw an ender pearl. So I took it and ender pearled my way out. Once I was out of the box, I decided to go to the chest and broke it. This gave me 4 oak planks, a water bucket, and the chest itself. Now I knew exactly what needed to be done. You see, placing water in an empty cauldron can actually activate some redstone. So that is exactly what I did. And just as I had imagined, it worked. Now I was able to go to the next room. When I went into the next room, I found a sign saying room 2, which was kind of obvious, and now I knew I needed to collect the signs. There was also a crafting table which I broke, but I found nothing beneath it. There was another sign saying 16 blocks, which was exactly the amount of blocks I needed to go to the next room. The same room gave me access to 2 different rooms. One of them contained a llama, and when I looked behind, I found a piece of bamboo. The llama was also called subscribe, which you definitely should. Anyways, I took the bamboo and decided to check the next room. The second room contained a sign saying hit down below, and beneath was a target block. When I looked behind, I found an enchanted wooden pickaxe containing Silk Touch. So I used it to mine the glass and decided to anger the llama. The reason I angered the llama was because when you hit him, he spits, and it is kind of a projectile. So that could actually power the target block. And after many, and I mean many failed attempts, I finally did it. I was able to get a dirt block after hitting the target. I went to the main room and realized that there was a piece of string in the wall. I decided to check around the room and was able to get myself 2 pieces of string. And so I placed down my dirt block and planted my bamboo on top, and I waited. Yeah, like for a very long time. And after waiting for a very long time, I was able to get myself 12 bamboo. Now using this and the string which I got before, I crafted scaffolding. And using the scaffolding, I was able to make my way to the next room. As soon as I went in, I was greeted with a sign saying room 3. I decided to break the sign and started looking around. I realized that there was lava falls on all 3 of the sides. I went into F5 mode in the first lava stream and I found the secret room. I made a run for it and was able to make my way to the secret room. The only thing I found here was a piece of nether wart in an item frame. So I decided to take it and went back to the third main room. I went to the opposite lava stream, and just as the first one, there was a secret room behind it. So I decided to make a run for it, and here I found a magma cream. So I went back to the main room, and now I decided to check the third lava stream. But here, there was nothing, which meant I had to make a fire resistant potion to go to the next room. But there was a problem. I was missing a brewing stand. So I kept looking in the lava and finally found a brewing stand. This was already charged, so I decided to craft my glass into glass bottles, use my water bucket to fill it, and now I was able to brew myself the fire resistant potion. Now that I had these potions, I decided to drink one and went through the lava hallway to the next room. And while making my way to the next room, I found a few hoppers and I ended up with all of this. But anyways, now that I was in the next room, the first thing I realized was the hole in the ground. It was too deep for me to just go down, and water clutching was kind of cheating, so I decided to not do that. Other than this, I found a cornflower in the item frame. I took that and started mining the rest of the sand and gravel. Soon I ended up with 14 sand and 4 gravel. I also found a furnace while mining the sand, and now I decided to use the signs that I got from the earlier rooms and decided to smelt my glass. After smelting up my sand, I ended up with 6 pieces of glass. But now I still needed to make my way down below, and that was when I realized I had every single thing to make myself a potion of slow falling. So I quickly brewed the potion and jumped down and made it to the next room safely. Once I made my way to the next room, I stepped on a pressure plate which cleared all my effects. Now I was faced with some lava which I needed a few blocks to go. I decided to place down my crafting table, and then I realized that I could actually craft some concrete powder. But it won't help me yet because concrete powder would simply fall. So I decided to craft the glass which I got from earlier into glass panes. Using these glass panes, I decided to start bridging. And while bridging, I also found the eye fender in a hopper. I took the eye fender and kept bridging. And after using all of my glass panes, I was close enough to jump and I was able to go to the next room. First thing I realized was that there was a wall made out of cobalt deep slate which I wasn't supposed to mine. There was also some sand, and after mining it, I ended up with 11 in total. Then I also found another portal, and I knew with the items that I had in my inventory, I was able to craft myself a fire charge. Using this, I lit up the portal and decided to go through. And right as I went through, I found yet another pit of lava which I needed to cross to go to the other side. But I had no blocks which would help me do that. So I decided to go back to the overworld, and now I decided to use my concrete powder and use my water bucket to convert it into normal concrete. But now I needed a pickaxe and I didn't have one. So after checking for a while, I went back to the nether portal, and here I found a wooden pickaxe in an item frame. And so I took it and used it to mine the concrete. And so I went back to the nether and used my blocks to go to the other side. Here I found a piece of coal as well as a ghast tear in an item frame. I used my coal to smelt up some sand which I had, and while I smelt this, let me remind you guys to subscribe. You see, I am trying to reach my epic goal of 69,420 subscribers by the end of 2022. So please subscribe and leave a like as it helps me out a ton. But anyways, now that I had the glass, I broke the furnace as an extra block and decided to go to the crafting table. Now I realized that I had every single thing to make an end crystal. So that's exactly what I did. So I went to the wall, placed down my end crystal and used a few blocks to protect me from the damage. And now I hit it. And now this revealed me my way to the last room. And this was invisible parkour. I quickly started looking around and realized that there were netherite blocks marking the barriers. Now this was it. So without any further ado, I started jumping across my way to the next room. And then came the last jump. Wait, what the? I had lost.